So we're going to do a couple banded stretches for a few shoulder openers. So for this one, I like to use a green band. And start by wrapping it around the hip. Hip distance, or hip height, basically. And for this one, we'll start with the right hand. So you're going to bring the band inside, grab it, and then you're going to turn and face away. And then you're going to turn one more time. So if it's in your right hand, that's going to be a counterclockwise. So what's happening is now you can see my stand over here. So you can see that the band is on this side, and then my shoulder and elbow are basically being pulled. So I'm going to step this way, away from the cage, and then kind of lean into that. I want to make sure that my shoulders are squared, okay? So they're not turning out to the side. So I want to make sure that those shoulders are squared. And then just kind of hold this for about 30 seconds. What you can do is also let the band pull your arm in and then pull against the band for a 5-second count. So I'm pulling against the band for 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then letting the band pull my arm in. So get about 30 seconds on each side. So again, for the left arm, take it, wrap it around, and then you're going to turn clockwise. So now we're facing the other way. Step it to the side and then lean into it, and you're going to really feel a good stretch, hopefully in the front of the shoulder right here. So again, I really like using a green, maybe even a blue band for this one, so you can really get that pull. So once you do that for about a minute or so, take the band. This time we're going to wrap it up on top of the bar. So we got a nice little sling here. You're going to put the elbow right in the sling, and then the hand is going to go on the outside, okay? So it's going to go on the outside, it's going to grab the band, and then you want to turn your thumb, so you're going to turn outwards and let yourself just kind of lean into it. So I like to position my feet just kind of right underneath the bar. Just going to lean right into it. So we have about 30 seconds on each side. This is really good for opening up the lats, back of the shoulder. Really push your weight forward. Kind of let it pull your elbow back up to the bar. Switch sides. So again, hand goes on the outside of the band. Grab it, turn the thumb outwards. So it's like my palm is facing outwards, away from me. This is also a really good stretch for prepping the front rack position. You're going to do cleans. Just really helps for a good shoulder opener. So last thing we're going to do are some lats. So we're going to work on stretching all the way from here, right through the armpit, all the way from the side. So again, you're going to face the cage, wrap it in, step away, and then what you're going to do is come into a little bit of a squat. So you want to bend your knees, and you want to let the band pull your arm. And so you're going to feel a stretch throughout this whole side as you shift your right hip back. So you're going to feel a length through this arm all the way through this hip, kind of pulling. You want to reach, 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 keep that core tight, keep that tailbone tucked in. And lastly, you actually want to make sure that your hand is facing upwards. So what we're trying to do is externally rotate, and that helps to prep our arms, getting into a really good position, whether or not we're doing a snatch overhead, or even like holding on a pull-up bar. So we want to bias that rotation towards being external, kind of tightening that up. If we kind of rotate inwards, it's not going to help us be stable. We want to make sure that we get our arms and shoulders opened up externally, and so by turning our thumbs upwards as we grab the band. So again, I'm grabbing it, I'm turning my thumb upwards, so my palm is facing the ceiling, and then leaning right back into it, tucking the tailbone in. So again, you want to tuck that, keep those glutes, tuck it tight, let it pull your arm, really force that thumb upwards, and about 30 seconds on each side. All right, let's just say that was 30 seconds. So last thing we're going to do is band. And grab it by the ends. So depending on how much slack you have at the ends, it may be harder or easier. Starting with the band overhead. So we're going to pull it right across the back of the shoulders, right down to the sides, doing the T shape, and then right back up to the top, hands together. So do this for about 15 reps or so. And this will help to get the shoulders nice and open and prepped for any kind of snatch movement. It also just is good just to work on shoulder opening, strengthening in general. So you really want to make sure that your palms, again, thumbs, taking your thumbs down to the sides. So that should be about 5 minutes of band mobility for your shoulders today.